What's up guys, welcome back to another Undertale Adventures video. Today it is finally time for the long-awaited Killer SANS showcase. I know it's been about a week since the Halloween event dropped, but only now I'm finally, I finally have Killer SANS, basically, and I finally have Killer SANS grinded out and ready for showcase. Basically, Killer SANS is a boss shredder. Killer SANS is the biggest enemy for all ground bosses, which is pretty much 90% of the bosses in the game. Here's my stats on Killer SANS. Almost perfect. Patience soul. Patience. Usually always the worst soul ever for DPS units. The thing is, Killer is not a DPS unit. He is a D.O.T unit. Damage over time. Killer is... You'll just see what I mean in this video, okay? I'm going to go into Act 6 Genocide so that I can run into Undyne the Undying and show you how fast Killer can melt bosses. I'll be running Horror and Absolute here to take care of all the small birds that, that happen. And with that being said, let's get right into it. I may or may not have changed my mind last second and decided to use Small Bird instead because my Horror Luke is not anywhere near ready for use at all. So, I'm just gonna do what I usually do at the start of this and place down Small Bird to let it carry the ground. The reason I have Small Bird here is because, unfortunately, Killer is not only not a starter, but is also not a hybrid unit. There's a reason he is not a hybrid unit, and that is because if he was, he would be the best in the game by far without competition, and that's not good. You don't want no competition whatsoever. Obviously, I'm gonna keep VV. My voice is just horrible today. Obviously, I'm going to keep VFX on so you can see what he does. There, was that good? I'm only going to be grabbing upgrade cost down items, such as the quiche and the astronaut food. Shit. What am I doing? I'm frolicking all over the place. First Killer placed. Boom. His attack is so cool. Yeah, you won't be able to see what Killer does right now because Killer's just one-shotting everyone, but Killer, he bleeds. He makes enemies bleed. And bleed is the strongest damage over time effect in the game, way stronger than burn. And he can put up to 7 stacks on top of an enemy at once. It doesn't sound all that crazy. But when you think about that, like in retrospect, bleed is 50%. That times 7, that's 350%. Like, it adds up fast. Also, I'm getting really lucky with this play, with this shit. What the hell? Is it just me, or when babies cry, they sound like robots? I don't know. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, I want to address that, yes, my uploads have obviously been slowing down. That is because showcases are becoming harder to make as, these LRs are difficult to get. But now that I have every unit in the game, again, with a pretty good build on each, almost perfect stats on most of them. Every single one, almost perfect stats. Yeah, I'm definitely ready to get back into content. Tomorrow's video will be, a pretty fun one. I'll just tell you that. Soon enough, I'm gonna upgrade Killer, but look at that bleed damage going in. I'm getting insanely lucky with this. These upgrade cost downs. I guess even placement cost if you want to think that. Just goes. My headset just turned off, and it said power off, because it has an accent for some reason. I'm finally ready to start upgrading Killer. Killer is a very expensive upgrade, all the way to max, but you'll see why it's worth it once I get there, eventually. There's the bleed going in, doing its work. Look at that, just crazy damage. Killer's damage stat and SPA, they seem pretty bad, right? It's like, this is horrible. Why would you want him? It's because of his bleed. I've said this a million times. So I don't want people just going like, Killer's bad, Killer's bad. There's a reason he's built how he is. And if you use him, it'll become very apparent to you. As you can see, here's the Undyne boss. Just add a little upgrade there for some more damage. And just like that, Undyne is getting absolutely wiped out. Look at that, Undyne is gone already. Boom. And here's Undyne the Undying. We're not even going to see this because I'm going to skip waves, but you can assume what's going to happen there. I'll grab nothing here because that'll either buff me or debuff me. Alright. Big upgrade spree right there. Is that the second move? No, next is the second move. But look at that. Now the bleed damage is kicking in. Alright, it's time for the second move, which is where it gets crazy. That is where he inflicts 7 stacks of bleed. Obviously, you don't want to have many of them next to each other, because 7 stacks is the max stats for bleed, so you want to have them all spread out. You know, maybe not bringing like a snowman or anything was a bad idea. I'm gonna stop auto skipping now. Well, I already auto skipped, so fuck it. That's not good. Let me do something funny. That is microing, and let me max upgrade a bird back here. Alright. Easy? Easy. Alright, and there's your max upgrade killer stats, completely untweaked other than the range. Normally I get 96 range though, so there you go. There you have it. Look at him. Look at him go! Like, he doesn't kill with the attack, but then the bleed just absolutely melts them. The bleed is so good. I don't want to hear any underrating. Because it just takes them away. Like, he is not doing that much with his attack. With his 1000 damage. It's the bleed. You're seeing this too, right? One attack and Undyne the Undying is dead. That's the power of bleed. Undyne the Undying died before I even got to the auto skip threshold. That's how strong this guy is. He is the boss shredder. So, it is time to get my second placement down. I'm probably not going to need it, but I want to show off how to use Killer. The second placement, personally, I think should go right over here. Right around right here. This is where you should put your second placement for Killer. Actually, maybe even like way farther than away, and then actually like right over here would be the better spot because you're already covering most of the map. Yeah, sit in there. Oh my god. Killer SANS, huh? I feel like Killer SANS could, like, solo Waterfall Dust. If I ever ran into Waterfall Dust, he could solo him. True solo, I mean. Like, completely true solo, no help. Just look at that. That's... People underrate the hell out of that. I don't need any of this anymore. I don't need to upgrade cost. Boom. Max upgrade. And now literally just because I can do it. One more. This is where I think would be the best spot to put your final killer. Because then, once you get the 96 range, obviously it's going to easily reach over here. It's going to cover this entire area. And then you're covering pretty much the entire map. So yeah, here's these killer placements. You're definitely not going to need this, by the way, because one killer is already soloing. Like, these units are way too powerful for Waterfall. We need, like, more difficult content. We need way harder content, because infinite mode isn't sufficing right now. To me, at least. It's not even a challenge. Take your time with it. Like, show Undying the Undying what it is. What's going on there. Alright, boom. All 7 stacks right away. And completely melted. Gone. Erased. Eradicated from the face of the earth. That was quick. Don't you think? Alright, wave 9. Small Bird's gonna have to wait a millennia for this one. Definitely turning on auto skip for this. I'm not sitting here with these fucking small birds. Oh my, there's so many. Hell, I might as well start building my own small bird army. Any second now, I'll actually not that figure. Alright, there we go. I forget. Yeah, this entire wave of small birds. Oh my. Yeah, she's dead. She's dead. She died just now. I don't need anything. Why do I keep looking at the shop? I'm used to just grabbing the biggest buff. Alright, man. Can you blame me? I'm only human after all. Oh, they're struggling with the birds. They're fucking struggling with the birds. I might lose. I think I lose. Uh-oh. Yeah, Killer, you do you. Uh-oh. I think I lose this. Well guys, I reached wave 11. I'm gonna grab this. Uh-oh! Yeah, woo, I beat wave 11. I just gotta beat wave 9. Did I lose? I lost. I was gonna redo the event and go back in, but I'm kind of drawing a blank. I don't really know what to show off. I feel like I've shown off everything I can, just the fact that he shreds through bosses. So here's some more proof of that. As you can see, nobody's around. And it's only bleed going on with this Undying the Undying, and as you can see, not Undying the Undying, wave 60 Undying, only bleed and is dying. So there you go. Boom, he's really good, just, use him right. Yeah.